A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on last year's national champions, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Sooners will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll run it from the gun. The tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason.
Turning it on! To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed. And he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. This time it's complete. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Makes the catch, it's more. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Rides to back and leaves it. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hairs on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll give it to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Fires to the tight end. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, he has the strength to get back up. Nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that.
There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree with Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Wide open downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department now.
Makes a move. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Bringing it out. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Time to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Smith wants to throw. He's got him. At the 45 on his way. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
At the 35, he's open. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Oregon! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Buys a little time. On the run, deep down the right side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Smith dropping to pass. Finds his man down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Still running at the 40. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. He's up to 51 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Ducks! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great for throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Kansas State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 21 over the Rebels. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Handoff to the lone back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Fires left. Makes the grab. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got a chance. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He'll take it himself. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. To throw, it's Hawkins. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on fourth down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense is won, especially on fourth down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
The gift to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Going to swing it on second down. Pulls it in. It's Pringle. At the 35, he's loose. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on first down. He'll pull it on the read. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Smith wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They get to him as he throws.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This one's complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. He's got the back in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And 4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Jordan. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Offense in an empty set. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Smith dropping to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Handoff from the gun. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Makes it past the marker. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching him. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to get behind the defense. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Jordan. Out across the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. Got his man. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football.
Breaks into the open. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
They'll give it to him again. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown Sooners! And that one will give him the lead. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He leaves it with his back. Finding open areas. He's loose. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
The RPO, it's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Give him 105 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to...
Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Moving out of the pocket. The throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
A big key for this defense coming into this game was could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass. We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davison. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Five receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback will keep it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. From the gun to give, looking for room. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He's got it, first down and more. The Ducks are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Smith wants to throw. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ducks! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on their defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Farrell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Hunt. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Makes the grab, it's Bond. On the move in the 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Oh, better look out. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The throw. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. Finds some room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Farrell. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Let's it fly. Complete to the right. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Sooners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Lost, the defense is wide open. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to pass, it's Hawkins. Hit as he throws. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bond. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Man, you got to like these last 2 plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Scrambling away. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Is Colorado ready for prime time or what? Ralphie and company are running away with this one right now. They're up by 31 over the Judicials. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. Crosses the 35. And some room to work. Turning it on! And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. And the Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to suck this game away.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Farrell. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air, it's Hawkins. Makes the grab. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Flushed out of the pocket. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
They need this field goal to get back to within one possession. And they need 2 scores anyway, so they'll try to get the field goal first. Absolutely center cut. This is now a 7-point game.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
The clock reads 19 seconds. Onside kick coming. They have to get it to have a chance to win. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the lone running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Trying to impose their will with the run. Got room at the 35. Oh, out of space. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
They say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Smith, one. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And he's dragged down.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of